Hot damn, summer in the city. I should be shot, that was terrible. So summer in the city is over for another year, and was it the best one yet? No, but it was still really awesome. This year summer in the city was moved into a gigantic venue in the centre of London, located somewhere between money and swag, called The Brewery. Tom wanted to make summer in the city more convention based and less sort of gathering based, and yeah, I can see why he wanted to do that, but you know, moving it inside for the first year, inevitably there's going to be a few hiccups. Highlights include, but aren't limited to, the wristband clusterfuck that kind of happened on the first day, where people would pay for wristbands to get in certain areas and some people wouldn't, and they could get in, and then the people with the wristbands couldn't. Rendering the wristbands completely useless. So that was kind of weird, but that was sorted out by the second day, so I'm getting ahead of myself. It was obvious by about halfway through the day that Tom was kind of losing his mind, understandably, because there were roughly 100 trillion people trying to get in. But anyway, that's enough of the weird sort of stuff that didn't work. Let's move on to the stuff that really did work. The venue itself, once you got inside, was absolutely incredible. Huge rooms, lots of open space, room to move around and meet everyone, just very, very well organised. There were the sugar rooms that had the majority of the seating all down the middle, where people could just relax after meeting everyone. There was the main room that had the gameplay demos and a ball pit and all the merch stands, and it was really well organised and everyone could sort of squeeze into there. Getting in and out of those rooms was a bit weird. Sometimes people would barge their way past, but that was fine. I mean, you know, it's not like I got a massive bruise from it or anything. And then of course there was the live gig room, which was, it was hoog to the extreme. I didn't actually get to see that much of the first day's live performances. I did see Jack and Dean perform live. They were hilarious as always, you know, you guys always are. But there was a little added extra bonus that really touched me here. I'm not going to talk about it in this, but if you were there, I think you'll know what I'm talking about. You guys are the best. So that was day one and being introduced to the giant venue. Let's move swiftly on to day two. Day two was the main meeting day. Like, the amount of people I met on day two was extreme. I signed so much stuff, my hands fell off at one point. I had to scrabble around on the floor and try and put... And you know how difficult it is to put your hands back on when you don't have any hands? It's impossible. I don't know. One of the main highlights was that a very lovely fan named Nicole gave me this. It's a little, I think, clay link that's been painted and is incredible, and sadly his ear came off in my bag. But that's going to be super glued back on. I will treasure this forever. Look at him. He's even got a little master sword. It's just you will save Hyrule, my son. But of course the main attraction of day two was, again, the live gig. But not just any live gig, the live gig. The one that has taken 10 years to happen. Oh yes, you know what I'm talking about. Mr. Weeble, Jonty Picking, destroyed Summer in the City forever. He wins. Jonty, you won Summer in the City. It's 10 years of musical farce, perfectly executed on stage. And if you weren't at the gig, kill yourself, because you're never going to know true happiness. Which moves swiftly onwards to day three. Day three was outside at the Jubilee Gardens by the London Eye, and it was the day of punishment. It actually was. Day three was extremely hot. It was oppressively hot. It wasn't that hot in Anaheim at VidCon, and Anaheim is in the middle of a fucking desert. So I think by day three everyone had kind of met who they wanted to meet, and everyone was tired and boiling hot. So at about 7 PM, a lot of people sort of broke away and went off to the pub and that was a really fun time. So yeah, that was basically 2012's Summer in the City, an incredible first attempt at trying to make Summer in the City a bit more convention based and a little less gathering based, make it a bit more of a professional endeavour. So massive congratulations to Tom Burns for that, because he basically killed it. You killed it, buddy. You created something that's only going to get much better as it goes along, a lot more refined, like a diamond. So thanks again to Tom Burns, and thanks for every single person who came from near or from far. I will undoubtedly see you all next year. There's a panda behind me, isn't there?
Rawr!
Hmm.
Oh look, I made a film.